Ban me. Instagram, Facebook, ban it all. I don't care. You'll cost me a ton of money. You'll cost me publicity. I don't care. I'm not kidding. It's not about money, PR, being the cool guy on Facebook. I don't care about any of that. I care about this war, this ideological war for the truth. And by you banning me, you will only make my point that you are afraid of the facts. You're not checking them. They want your kids in face diapers and they want everybody vaccinated, not because they believe in the science, but because they believe it's an unprecedented show of government force, which will soften you up via body blows to freedom to get accustomed to more big government intrusion later. End of story. That's why they want to do this. There's nothing to do with science. Look at this. Breitbart, be in the show notes. CDC, in-person learning is a priority, but unvaccinated children must wear masks. This is science? That's fascinating because the risk of children getting a serious infection from COVID, and despite the fact that the overwhelming majority of teachers are already vaccinated, so if you believe the vaccine works, what are you worried about? They don't care. They're not interested in science. Here's the Journal of the American Medical Association pediatric study. Again, for what, guys? The fifth time? Here's a study on masks with kids. This is actual science the left doesn't care about. They care about government power and softening you up with body blows to freedom. Body blows soften you up, hands go down, boom, knockout to the face. This is what they're doing. They're trying to get you accustomed to more big government intrusions into your life through masks and vaccinations. Journal of American Medical Association, experimental assessment of carbon dioxide content in inhaled air with or without face masks in healthy children. Here's what they found out about masks in kids. The CDC doesn't care one bit. That the children were complaining, and these complaints can be understood as consequences of elevated carbon dioxide in their inhaled air. Why? Because there's dead space in the mask where carbon dioxide accumulates, and what happens? They start breathing in their exhalation products, carbon dioxide. They start inhaling that as it mixes with fresh air. What does it lead to? Hypercapnia. And they say in the study that a recent review concluded there was ample evidence for adverse effects of wearing such masks. Folks, for the fifth time now, I'm going to keep harping on this. Print this darn study, this JAMA study. Print it. It's in my newsletter. It's been in my newsletter. Bring it to your school board if they demand your kids wear a mask and ask them to explain how they are going to mitigate the harm they're doing to your kids through hypercapnia in this study, how they're going to do it. And if they don't present a plan to stop your kids from inhaling excess carbon dioxide through a mask, even though they're low risk for corona, I would threaten to sue them, causing your kid a potential health issue with no regard for the science. Remember, the process is the punishment. The left taught us that a long time ago, right? What does that mean? Hat tip my friend Tom Fitton from Judicial Watch. The legal process is the punishment. The left knows that. Whether they win or lose a lawsuit is irrelevant to them. Filing it is all that matters because the process becomes the punishment. Drag people through courts, make them pay for legal fees. We can do that too. I suggest you sue. Sue your school board, causing your kids hypercapnia. What are they doing to mitigate that? Make them compare the risk of hypercapnia versus the risk of serious medical side effects from a virus that really does very little damage to kids overall en masse. Now, getting back to what I told you about Fakebook, because it's an important issue. My name comes up all the time, folks. All the time. Oh, look, they're not discriminating against conservatives. Dan Bongino's page is popular. Folks, they attack our page relentlessly. I have never seen anything yet like I've seen on Friday, where they had multiple loser fact checkers, total life losers, people with the intelligence of a paperclip go after our page because they want us gone. So I'm daring Zuckerberg, you communist fascist tyrant, ban my page. I'm not kidding. You will. I'm not joking. It's not a game. I'm not testing you. It will only prove my point that as a conservative page, mine and Ben Shapiro became prominent because people shared it. You were uncomfortable because it was a conservative page and banned it. Ban the page. They're trying now. This is what happened on Friday when I put out a statistical fact that the left wants to keep you terrified over the Delta variant. Why? Because the left uses fear to take away your civil liberties. We'll protect you. Just forfeit over a couple more civil liberties. Get the vaccine. Wear a mask. They have to keep you terrified. So I made the point last week, which is accurate, that they're trying to scare you about the Delta variant, despite the fact that the case fatality rate, a fact, the CFR of the Delta variant, case fatality rate is 0.08%. That is a fact. Well, because I said that, and Facebook and the little communists out there on the left and the elites, the Leanna Wens of the world, need to keep you scared all the time about the Delta variant. Oh my God, it's the Delta variant. They didn't like the idea that my Facebook post went viral where I said, I encourage you to share this on Facebook, so they banned me, so I can prove my point. Please share this. We're going to, Jason, who does my Facebook, can you cut this up and put it out there? And Guy, can you have the guys put it on Instagram too? I want you to ban me today because of this, because I will prove to you that Facebook is not interested in checking facts. They're interested in promoting ideology. That is a fact. The case fatality rate is 0.08%. So, of course, the left always needs useful idiots. So they found one in Ruben Portela Caballera, a moron clown of the highest order. He writes for a joke website called healthfeedback.org. Obviously, some kind of like a joke site meant to pretend to be a fact checker. And of course, Facebook partnered up with him to attack me right away for stating a fact. They said there's no evidence that the Delta variant of SARS-CoV-2 has a lower fatality rate than the wild-type virus. Ruben Portela Caballera. You wanted to, I'll throw this up on the screen. Here's their logic here. Keep in mind, what I said to you about the fatality rate, case fatality rate, is a fact. It's 0.08. Here, I'll let you, if you want to read it, it's up on the screen now. They said, this is misleading. The comparison between the fatality rate of the Delta variant with the fatality rate of the wild-type virus prior to the UK vaccination campaign is flawed. The fatality rate of Delta mainly represents that of the unvaccinated population, most of whom are under 50 and less likely to die from COVID. You get their logic? If you're pulling your hair out going, no, I don't get it, let me explain it to you. They're saying this. Although Dan Bongino is right, and the case fatality rate is 0.08%, that it could be more deadly, the Delta variant, than the wild-type variant, but we'll never know because the population, at-risk population, is largely vaccinated. That doesn't change what I said. The case fatality rate is 0.08. It doesn't change anything. But here's a picture of Ruben Portela Caballera, science editor. That's got to be a joke. They should have put air quotes science around science. This dunce is too stupid to understand. He's not checking a fact. He's checking an opinion. The fact is it's 0.08, the Delta variant, because Ruben Portela Caballera, one of the legendary dunces of the fact-checking arena, wants you scared like Facebook and wants you scared like the media and Kamala Harris and Hollywood liberals and everyone of the Delta variant so they can take your civil liberties away, doesn't like the fact that the case fatality rate is a low 0.08%. So they say, well, in our opinion, the case fatality rate could be higher, but people are vaccinated, so we'll never know. That's not a fact check. These people are a joke. Ruben Portela Caballera. Let's do a moron check. Ruben, you win. Check. Verified. What an idiot. He never disputes the fact that what I told you is right. Spread this around. I'm daring Facebook. Ban me. Instagram, Facebook, ban it all. I don't care. You'll cost me a ton of money. You'll cost me publicity. I don't care. I'm not kidding. It's not about money, PR, being the cool guy on Facebook. I don't care about any of that. I care about this war. This ideological war for the truth. And by you banning me, you will only make my point that you are afraid of the facts. You're not checking them. You can't stop me, by the way. I have cable, I have radio, I have digital, websites. Whenever you push me down, I'm like whack-a-mole. I'll just come back again. And I will humiliate and embarrass you, and you will prove my point that the facts would have you scared.